I've been renovating homes for over 20 years. I've run my own company for that time here in Ottawa, Canada. And I know homeowners are throwing away hundreds of thousands of dollars not managing and renovating their own basement. Now, I'm not even talking about picking up a hammer. I'm not talking about actually installing the flooring or painting the walls. I'm just talking about managing and planning your basement. So I'm here in this video talking to the people that have a bit of time and a bit of energy that can put in to their basement renovation. So if you have tons of disposable income, you don't want to have to think about anything with your basement, this video is probably not for you. But if you're thinking, $180,000, $70,000 is a lot of money that you could save by just doing a bit of managing, a bit of planning to do your basement, then this video is right for you. So I'm Jay Bell. I've run Advantage Flooring and Renovations for over 20 years here in Ottawa, Canada. I've done everything from flooring, painting, washrooms, basements, and I'm here to help you renovate your basement and give you the steps needed and the things to think about in terms of renovating your basement on your own. So here's the truth. A finished basement will usually cost you anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000 from a reputable basement company. Now, it depends on what kind of bells and whistles you want, whether you want a full washroom, whether you want a bar down there, a wine cellar, a sauna. All these different trinkets can add or take away some of the cost. But the absolute truth is, with a bit of planning and a bit of delegation, you can do this yourself for anywhere from, I'd seen it as cheap as $20,000, all the way up to the most extravagant basement of $70,000, $80,000. So that is the power of doing it smart. Your first step in this process is to get the design and the permits done. Whether it's a sketch on your own, include where you want your washroom, where you want your pot lights, your bar, how you want the flooring to run, and anything of substance that you want in your basement. Start with getting any permits that you need. Do that yourself. Don't get a contractor to fill that out because he's going to charge you double or triple. And it's not that hard. Contact your city, send them an email, and permits are pretty easy to get done. So you're going to need permits for things like electrical, plumbing, and any type of building that you might want to do. I suggest sit down with your significant other, get a sketch done, get it on paper, and finalize that as much as possible so that you guys know what your end result will look like. There's a lot of apps out there as well where you can put in different finishes. You can take pictures of your basement and you can plug in different finishes, flooring finishes, painting, colors, all these design elements that you want to do. I'll put in a couple of these apps in the description below. My website, advantagefloor.com, has one. That's a great visualizer tool to give you guys ideas and what colors and designs go together well. I really highly recommend you do something like that to start. The next step is framing insulation. Lumber, vapor barrier, spray foam, and the wood. The framing crew can knock this out in a few days. This should cost you anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000 depending on the size of your basement. So get yourself a framing and insulation crew. I'm going to make another video on how to hire each of these different trades, what red flags to look for, what not to look for. But even when you hire at one of these big companies out there, they're going to have the same issues you are. A lot of these guys aren't doing everything themselves or in-house. And even when it is in-house, guys can have off days. So pick yourself a framing crew, get them to do the insulation, and you'll save 50% right off the bat here. Next step, step 3, is electrical and plumbing. Find yourself a good electrician and a good plumber Give them a specific outline of, for the electrician, where you want your pot lights, where you want your switches, how you want them done, and clearly dictate with them what they're expected to do. Same with the plumbing, where your washroom's going to go, where your toilet, shower is going to be installed, how you're going to want those finished, any bar, water lines, fridge lines, if you're doing that as well. Have that in there. Simple. Find yourself a good plumber that works in the area, a electrician in the area, and you're going to save, again, 50%. Plumbing and electrical can cost anywhere from, I've seen it as little as a few $1,000s and as high as $20,000. So have that budgeted in there and take your time picking the right crews. Drywall and taping is step 4. After inspection, drywall and taping comes in. So you get yourself those inspections done so that they're signed off and that they're accepted. And then you get into drywall and taping. That can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 for drywall and taping. Again, depending on the size of your basement. Do not pay these guys until the job is done properly. Make sure that the painter has been there to inspect it and that the handoff between the taping and the painter is done properly. Ideally, get the same crew for both of those items. Next, I would move into flooring. So you want to either go with a vinyl plank or a carpet, you typically in a basement. Flooring can cost anywhere for vinyl these days from $2 a square foot to $4 a square foot. Carpet, about the same, just depending on what you want to do down there, whether you're going to be rolling around on it or entertaining. For 1,000 square feet basement, expect to pay a few $1,000s for the flooring. Do not pay a contractor who's going to charge you 30 to 50% more for flooring just to go pick it up at a store. A lot of these stores will deliver themselves. Worst case, your installer can pick them up and deliver them, but get yourself a decent flooring crew. There's about 1,000 in a city of 1 million. So they're not hard to find. Pick one that you trust, one that you've developed some rapport with, and get them to schedule in the installation. Step 6, paint and trim, very similar to flooring. There's probably 2,000 painters in your city that can do the job. Painting and trim usually runs around $1,000 to $2,000 for the basement. Get your trim pre-painted before, so it cuts on labor and costs there. Find out where the contractors are buying the trim. That'll save you 50% off of Home Depot prices or big box store prices. That's key as well. And get them to deliver it. Get the trim contracting company to deliver it to your house in nice full lengths to your garage or right into the basement. And you're going to save yourself a ton of time and money. Step 7 is your bathroom. Bathrooms are much simpler than people think. It's a shower, it's a sink, a vanity, it's a toilet. Done. All the extra fixtures a handyman can put in as well. That usually I would budget about $10,000 for a basement bathroom. You can break it up between a plumber and a tiler and a finisher. Instead of paying one person to do it all, you can pay a few and you'll probably get it done better and even more cost effective. Okay, step 8. Now you've got the extras. So whether or not you want a theater down there, a wine cellar, a little spa, these things usually a handyman can do. You can get all that stuff done very cost effectively and in individual facets. So do not go past on any of these projects of a total of all these steps of $100,000. You do not need to go over and above that by any means. So here's the bottom line. If you're willing to put in a bit of effort, make a few calls, line up some trades, and keep a schedule, you can save yourself $100,000 or even in some cases more. It's not rocket science. It's just take some attention and planning. If you've got some older children at home, this would be a great task for them to do. Going out and getting sub trades, getting bids, keeping a schedule, keeping everything in a Google document. Not very difficult, and something the whole family can do together for some fun and some team building. Now, if you've got endless amounts of income and you don't want to think about it, sure, hire a basement contractor to do everything, but still don't expect it to be totally seamless and totally uninvolved in it. But if you want to keep your money working for you and a substantial amount of money, do it yourself and plan out and work together with the family to get the basement done. And you'll be happy you did. You'll also feel a lot more pride in it, knowing that you guys did it as a team together. If you found this video helpful, or if you have any comments, let me know. Put them down in the comment group. I know this wasn't a total be-all, end-all, so I'm going to have some follow-up videos as well to kind of go into each one of these tasks in more depth. But I thought that this video could help some people out there start thinking about and managing their own basement renovation or renovations in their house to save themselves thousands of dollars. If you got any suggestions on the next video, let me know. Thank you.